Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, I want you to imagine, just for a second, that you've been dropped right into the climax of a massive cosmic event. You're standing on this petrified ridge of lead, a place that used to be known as the Guardian of the Roots. And as you look out over the lead horizon in this really grim age of truth-telling, you aren't feeling fear, you're feeling awe. We are witnessing the absolute unmaking of an entire world. Today, we're going to embody the perspective of the Overman. We're a dual witness to an epic, literally earth-shattering clash between two opposing cosmic philosophies. So, to really grasp this scene, we first need to understand our vantage point. As the dual witness, you've delved into the forbidden obsidian index, and you've embraced a singular, profound truth. I transcend the petty laws of mortals. Think about it. Those mortals once tried to freeze time, right? They wanted to trap existence inside these gilded cages of iron and stone. But as the Overman, you possess this deeply cynical, almost terrifying knowledge. The total unraveling of the self is absolutely the only path to true existence. You're standing right at the exact edge, where the loud, messy noise of life meets the everlasting, totally undisturbed quiet of the inanimate. Okay, let's dive into this specific junction we're standing at. It's called the Infinite Zero. It's the absolute meeting point of two completely opposing forces. And, well, in this Infinite Zero, we're definitely not alone. We're actually here to observe two very specific, very honest guests who are navigating this exact same cosmic space. They represent the two absolute extremes of existence, and their encounter is exactly what we're here to unpack together today. To our left and our right, the battle lines are drawn, and it's like a stark, graphic novel clash. Over on one side, we have the Gargoyle of Living Fire. He's the cynical arbiter of this space, a creature of pure shadow who speaks with a leaden tongue. Now, opposite him stands the young, verdant dragon, a being literally pulsing with emerald vitality. It's a stunning contrast, honestly. You've got the absolute negation of the gargoyle facing off against the vibrant, just totally uncontainable life of the dragon. Let's listen to what the gargoyle is actually arguing here. He looks out at all the destruction around us, specifically a traveler's framework that's been completely reduced to fine gray powder, and he coldly declares, "The messy world is a structural error." You see, the gargoyle doesn't look at this destruction and see tragedy, not even a little bit. He argues that this unmaking is a perfectly necessary task. To him, the messy, chaotic nature of the world, and honestly any attempt to freeze time and deny the void, well, that's simply a mistake that desperately needs correcting. The gargoyle actually has a very specific name for this correction. He calls it final honesty. Basically, this is the void successfully correcting what he views as the cosmic mistake of vitality. The gargoyle holds this incredibly rigid, unyielding view of reality. He firmly believes that destroying those golden cages of iron and stone, breaking down all the structures built by mortals, is the absolutely only way to achieve true existence. It's all about returning the universe to an undisturbed, perfect quiet. Now, what's really interesting about this is the extreme nature of the gargoyle's belief system, which is known as his cosmic creed. He argues that every heartbeat is a temporary theft from the inorganic calm. Just let that sink in. He literally views life itself as a crime. Through the lens of his cosmic creed, life creates a borrowed debt. And the gargoyle, acting as this cynical arbiter, strictly demands that this debt be settled. To him, life is nothing more than an unauthorized withdrawal from the void. And unmaking the world? Well, that's just balancing the ledger. But watch how the energy shifts completely when we look at the entity opposite the shadow. The young, verdant dragon, he is not accepting this fate. His emerald vitality actively cracks the very foundation of the gargoyle's negation. The dragon violently, and I mean utterly, rejects the dead ink of the gargoyle's ledger. There is no way he's going to agree, even for a split second, that his warmth, his pulse, or his very existence is a crime or some sort of cosmic mistake. Firing right back against the gargoyle's ledger, the dragon releases what's called the honest sound of chaotic becoming. He boldly declares, "I am the honest guest of the pulse, not a servant to the silence." It's this passionate, fiery refusal to just roll over and be reduced to fine gray powder. The dragon is fiercely defending the morality of existence itself. He's arguing that his vitality is absolutely not an unauthorized withdrawal, but a rightful, honest presence in the universe. And that defense introduces such a beautiful concept, the green script. This is the relentless potential for life to assert its inherent right to exist. You see, for the dragon, this petrified ridge of lead, this infinite zero, it is not a tomb. It's not the end of the line. Instead, he views this summit as a vibrant and incredibly active stage for the green script to unfold. It's where the potential for life boldly steps up to stand right alongside the negation of the void.
So, what we are witnessing here is a fiercely heated verbal debate over the very morality of existence, the borrowed debt versus chaotic becoming. It's intense. The gargoyle demands settlement, arguing that existence is a literal theft. But the dragon fiercely counters that existence is a chaotic, beautiful process of becoming that demands a stage. We're seeing the gargoyle's rigid, unforgiving cosmic creed pitted directly against the dragon's defiant, noisy, and incredibly vibrant vitality.
And this brilliantly illustrates the complete dichotomy between our two honest guests. Tracking these opposing philosophies side by side, we see the gargoyle, totally rooted in the void, viewing the world as a structural error and driving toward the ultimate goal of final honesty, which is pure silence. Conversely, the dragon is rooted in the pulse. He sees the world as a stage for potential, driving toward chaotic becoming, which is vibrant life. They're looking at the exact same cosmic event, but interpreting it in completely polarized ways.
But let's remember our vantage point for a second. We aren't the gargoyle, and we certainly aren't the dragon. We are the overman. We are the dual witness. And as the witness watching this incredible clash, we turn back to our own internal thoughts. Because we've delved into that forbidden knowledge, we recognize a much deeper, synthesized truth at play here. This is revealed through the secret mechanics of the Obsidian Index. The truth here, it isn't just about one side winning over the other.
So, the crucial point is this profound realization. The gargoyle and the dragon are not truly at war. They are actually adjacent bubbles in a cosmic foam. Just picture that imagery. The dragon's loud, messy vitality is actually what gives weight and definition to the gargoyle's absolute silence. They are co-constitutive realities sharing a single wall right at the edge of nothingness. Think about it. They define one another. Without the pulse, the void has absolutely no meaning, and vice versa. For anyone focused on this philosophical deep dive, this brings us to a really profound understanding. The ultimate truth of existence isn't found in the gargoyle's total negation, and actually it isn't found in the dragon's eternal growth either. Instead, it's found in the state of these two parallel realities walking side by side. They exist together across what the Source beautifully calls a landscape that never lied. The infinite zero isn't some chaotic battleground of destruction. It's actually a landscape of perfect cosmic balance. Let's move to and see how this builds to a complete redefinition of a term we heard earlier from the gargoyle. As the overman, the realization hits, the final honesty resides in the coexistence of the messy light and the cynical shadow. Final honesty isn't just about silence and fine gray powder, after all. True final honesty, the absolute truth of this passage, is the eternal coexistence of both the void and the pulse.
Which brings us to the end of our journey today, and it leaves us with a pretty critical question. Where do you reside in the infinite zero? When you look at the world around you, are you like the cynical arbiter, viewing life as a structural error and trying to settle the borrowed debt? Or are you the honest guest of the pulse, vibrantly asserting your chaotic becoming right on the stage of life? It's a fascinating dynamic to chew on as you navigate your own reality. Keep exploring those depths, and I'll see you in the next explainer.